Hopefully, you guys are joining my live feed. This is just a real quick live feed I'm doing. It's just testing out. I bought a tripod and I wanted to test it out and just do a quick little live feed with y'all. See how it works out. But yeah, this is not one of my normally scheduled live feeds. I bought a tripod today because I got tired of making videos that are shaky all the time because I have to hold the damn camera. So basically, this is just hey, what's going on, brother? This is not one of my normally scheduled live feeds. If you're joining me, I'm just testing out my tripod because I bought a tripod today and I wanted to see how it would work out. So I wanted to test it out. But hey, I wanted to do a quick little test live feed. So let's see who joins. We'll talk about some things. What's up to the homie out in Fresno, in Fresnal? Jose with Oakland Latinos United. I actually like how the video looks with the tripod. It looks actually pretty good. Fuck, before my video was all shaky and stuff, you know what I mean? But now I don't have that problem. You know what I mean? But what's going on with y'all? Let's see if more people join. How are you doing, man? How's life out in Fresno? For the homie out there who's in Fresno. Watched a video today by a guy named Gunners Collective. He talked about the Border Brothers, which is one of the gangs in Oakland. Uh, Interesting video. He had an interesting point of view on them. Homeboy's from Merced, so he don't know the whole details about Oakland, but it was interesting that he talked about it. You know what I mean? But I mean, I grew up in Oakland, and I could tell you they were Fresno's Fresno. I could tell you they were a pretty deadly clique when I was growing up. They weren't no joke. But yeah, like all you who are joining me right now, I see more people joining on. This isn't one of my normally scheduled live feeds. I'm just testing out my. I bought a tripod today and I wanted to test it out. And I'll just talk to you guys if you join me. You know what I mean? And we could talk about whatever. But the first time I ever went to Fresno was last year around this time, around March. I went out there. The first time I'd ever been there. I'd never been there before. So it was interesting going up there. I remember I went to some neighborhood where there was like a lot of bars and clubs. I forget what it was called. It was called like the Lighthouse District or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. And then we played at some brewery, kind of like downtown. I think it was like near Chinatown. I think they called it. And there was a lot of homeless people around. I remember, but the club we played was was cracking. Hella females there, man. It was pretty cool actually. I met hella people like from the valley. You like it? There's a lot of good restaurants here. You know what? I didn't get to spend much time. I was only there for just a day, bro. So I didn't really get to eat there, bro, because I had ate on the road going there. Oh no, I ate at the bar where we were at because this Mexican dude he was making like tacos and quesadillas and stuff. So we got a complimentary meal and it was pretty good. But it was a brewery where we played. We played. Where was it at? It was some place called Chinatown, I think, and it was. I remember there was a lot of homeless people around, but the bar itself was freaking was lit. Hella females, bro. It was really cool. But I did get to see like the downtown area. I remember there was a lot of like Mexican businesses in downtown Fresno, and like I said, I went to this one neighborhood. I can't remember what it was called though. It was called either the Theater District or Lighthouse District or I forget what it was called. I think it was by a stadium. I think there was a stadium kind of by there. We were near downtown Fresno, I want to say, but I'm not from Fresno, bro, so I really don't know. What's the neighborhood called where there's a lot of bars and clubs? Because we passed through that neighborhood, but we didn't play there. We just passed through there. I remember, and it was like a kind of a nice neighborhood. There was a lot of little like bars and restaurants and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. Tower District, exactly. That was the name of it. But that wasn't where I played. We went to the Tower District just to kick it for a little while. But we played like I said. It was like I think it was called like Chinatown or something like that. It was like downtown Fresno, like right in the right by downtown. I remember there was a lot of homeless people like in the surrounding area. And it was cool. I mean, the club was cool because we had hella females there. I met a lot of people like from out there, from Merced, from Stanger, from all them towns around the valley. You know, they came to see my show, which was pretty dope actually. But yeah, that was the last time I've been out that way. But yeah, man, like I said, I wanted to test out this tripod and just wanted to see how it looks. You know, because before it used to be all shaky, now it's still. So this is just kind of like a little special um, thing. Look up. You could hear. I play Latin music, so I play music from Colombia. I play a little bit of cumbia, salsa, vallenato, traditional drum music. But if you look up Calafia Armada, we're on YouTube. It's called Calafia Armada. So look that up on YouTube and you'll find it. And you can hear some of my music. We recorded a small little album, like a 4 song album. But that's my band. But yeah, man, I love Latin music, bro. I love hip hop and all that, and oldies, because I grew up on all that for sure. But I love me some Latin music, bro. And Latin music brings Latin women, brother. So that's why I like doing it. But yeah, we just did a bunch of shows in Berkeley, in Oakland this last weekend. It was pretty dope. It was pretty lit. We had a lot of cool females there, and I play Colombian music, so our shows attract a lot of Colombian females, and you know they be looking good. But yeah, man. But like I said, I was just testing out this like this. I wanted to test out my tripod that I bought today. That's why I did like a kind of impromptu live feed. Hopefully, you guys are doing good out there. See who else is out there. Let's see who'll join this live feed. Maybe we could talk about some things real quick. Like I said, this isn't one of my scheduled live feeds. I'm just testing out a tripod and just wanted to come say what's up to everybody. Hopefully, everybody's good out there. Hopefully, everybody's Tuesday has been good. Out here in the Bay Area, it's pretty cold today, you know. But, you know how it goes. Just surviving everyday hustle out here, man. Everyday struggle. So what's going on? Who's joining me out there? Drop me a note. What's up with y'all? What you guys are up to? Did anybody watch that video by that dude Gunners Collective? He made a video today about the Border Brothers in Oakland. It was an interesting insight on that gang from his perspective. Him being from the valley, I guess he's from Merced. You know, he didn't grow up around that clique per se. And I could say me growing up around it, those dudes weren't no joke. At least when I was young, man, them dudes were pretty crazy, man. You know, I knew a lot of homies that got killed by them dudes. So yeah, they weren't no joke. At least of me growing up in Oakland, they weren't. When I was young, you always had to watch your back from them. You know, but it was just an interesting perspective. If you guys have time, check out that video by Gunners Collective. It's called. He talks about the Border Brothers from Oakland. And yeah, they were a big gang in the deep East Oakland. You know what I mean? Up there on 98, 94th, 96, 81st, 82nd, like in those neighborhoods up there. You know, back when I was a kid. I guess they're still around. I don't know. I really don't know who's active out there no more like that because I don't be in the streets like that. That's not really my thing anymore. When I was a youngster, yeah, I knew all the vatos locals in the hood, bro. I knew all the homies in the hood, but now that I'm older, bro, I don't really associate with that kind of shit because that's my past. You feel me? I'm a square now. I'm 43. I'm a square very. I soy un viejito. You know what I mean? Y yo no puedo andar con pendejadas. I can't be gang banging and doing crazy shit like that. You feel me? But yeah. But it's all good. You know, I grew up with a lot of homies, and you know, I got love. I remember where I came from. I don't forget the barrio or the hood that I'm from. You know what I mean? But I think I told you guys that I lived around the Bay Area too. I lived in Vallejo for a while. I lived in Sacramento for a minute. You know what I mean? I lived in Richmond before, so I know the Bay Area. I know the Central Valley too. I've been to Stockton. I've been to Tracy. I've been to Modesto. I've been to Manteca. I've been to Merced one time. You know, I've been to Fresno one time. But I've even been to L.A. East Los Holmes, L.A. dog. I've been there too. But yeah, man, I've been all over. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Kansas City. I've been to Texas, to Austin and Houston. So I've been around. SA. East Los Holmes. Puro East Los, dog. Go hi, Tessa. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, no, I'm from the murders. Yeah. East 7 Black. Just messing with y'all. But yeah, man. I grew up all around that area, like East 7th Street, Jingletown, Chapman Street, all that whole area, man. Fruitvale, Dirty 30s, Murder Doves. To me, that's like home. When I'm in the Dirty 30s, Murder Doves, Jingletown, East 7th Street, that whole area right there by the Fruitvale bar, that's like home to me. I feel like I'm home when I'm in that area. I don't live in that area no more, but when I'm in that area, it feels like home. You know, what I mean, it feels like I never left. That's the hood. You feel me? To me, it'll always be the hood. You know, hella memories over there in those areas for me. But yeah, man. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this live feed. Like I said, this is just kind of an impromptu live feed. You know. But who's out there, man? Where y'all from? Drop me a note. If you have a question, ask me a question. Like I said, this ain't one of my scheduled live feeds. I'm just on here fucking around with this camera. I just thought it was funny because that's how people over there in the East Los talk. Yeah. They be like, "What's up, dog? I'm from East Los, Holmes." Or, you know how they talk. I can't imitate them because I'm from the town, so it's hard. I just know they be like, "Hey, dog. I'm from," no, they don't even talk like that. They be like, "Hey, dog. I'm from East Los, Holmes." Something like that. From puro LA, dog. They don't say dog, they say dog. What's up, dog? But yeah. But it's hard for me to imitate them, bro, because being from Oakland, we talk with that Oakland slang, you feel me? And we talk with I could even talk with the really old school Oakland slang, like when fools used to be like, "What's up, player? What's up, man? I'm just out here kicking it. Oh boy, we going to the sideshow, player." So, you know what I mean? I could talk the old school Oakland slang. You feel me? Dagestan. You feel me? When fools used to be like, "Oh boy, oh boy." But like, I could take it even way back. Do you guys remember when fools in Oakland used to be like, "Oh, you got molded"? If you're old school, you remember that word. You got molded. I mean, it meant like you got punked. You got put in your place. Like, "Ah, you got molded." That's like hella old school Oakland. Or like when fools used to be like, "Oh shit, here come the rollers," meaning here come the police. The rollers. And that's like old school Oakland. Or like, "Oh, that's proper. That's proper, blood." That's the old school slang. No one really talks like that anymore that much. Or that fool got rolled on, you know. Or like when you were in the streets and you would see an undercover cop passing through, you'd be like, "Oh shit, here come the task force." You feel me? Do people still go to Rice to Rip? I guess like the sideshows, Colombian Goon. What's up, homie? Hey, if you're Colombiano, bro, I actually play Colombian music, bro. I'm one of the few dudes in Oakland who plays vallenato and cumbia, bro. I have a very popular vallenato band in Oakland. If you're from the town, but check out my stuff, bro. I do vallenato and cumbia. I've been to Colombia before, and I got hella homies from Colombia, from Medellin, and from the Caribbean coast. Puro paisa, paisa, mijo. I can talk like Colombians too. ¿Qué parcero? ¿Todo bien o qué? ¿Bien o no? Dame unas arepitas, mijo. That's how them fools sound when I was in Colombia. But oh, is your brother Javier? I know how if it's the dude in the wheelchair, I know him. He's been to one of my shows before, bro. I think you're that's your brother. But you're from L.A. East Los, Holmes. Is your brother that homie from 94th? Este Javier, the dude in the wheelchair. I know that fool. I invited him. I invite him to my shows all the time. He's been to a couple of my shows. But yeah, no disrespect, but I'm surprised Homeboy's still alive, bro, after being on that documentary. But he's a cool little homie, bro. BBOG, nah, Juan or BBOG. I don't know Juan. I don't know too many dudes from BBs, bro. I didn't grow up around them. Because I grew up in the 30s, bro. I grew up around norteños, and so that was kind of back then. I wasn't affiliated, but because my brothers and all them were, it was like I stayed away from BBs and sureños when I was a youngster. You feel me? But at this point in time, I don't trip off BBs, sureños, or anybody else, bro. It's all good. It's all love for me. But yeah, I got hella Colombian partners, bro. I've been to Medellin. I've been to the Caribbean coast. I've been to Cartagena, Barranquilla. I love me some arepas. I love me some bandeja paisa. Do I know John John? Huh? Maybe. Maybe if I see him. Yeah, I was telling somebody that the paisa is different in California because paisa in Colombia means someone from Antioquia and from Medellin. And they have that funny accent like es que yo soy paisa mijo. Es que yo vengo de aquí de Antioquia mijo. ¿Qué pasó mal parido? They be talking like that. Them fools talk hella funny. And then I went out there talking my Mexican slang, but Colombianos always show me love, bro. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Colombian people, bro. I got much love for my Colombian people. They're hella cool, bro. And I play Colombian music, and they've showed me a lot of love being a Mexicano, a Chicano from Oakland. You feel me? I just always love cumbia, and I love vallenato. The first time I ever heard vallenato, I fucking fell in love with it, bro. It was like, that shit is dope. I heard me some Diomedes Diaz, Embajadores Vallenatos. I heard me some Binomio de Oro. You know what I mean? Rafael Orozco. All that stuff, bro. Ivan Zuleta, Los Hermanos Zuleta. All that stuff, bro. I love all that stuff. And I'm from the town, bro. And I love Vallenato, bro. Vallenato's the shit, bro. Colombian Goon, where you from? What part of Colombia is your family from? Are they paisas? Are they Bogotanos? Are they costeños? Are they from to the homie Colombian Goon? I was asking you what part. Yeah, I know. Oh, Bogota. So you guys are Rolos. Los Cachacos. But I know a lot about Colombia, bro. I spent some time out there, and I got hella homies I even got homies in Oakland who are from Colombia, bro. I got a few homies in the town that are Colombianos. There's not very many, but there's some. There's more in San Jose, actually, bro. And in San Francisco, there's a group, too. But I've actually eaten at two Colombian restaurants in San Jose. There's one called La Fonda Colombiana, and there's another one called Mangos on Alameda Street. And there's one in Daly City too called what's it called? Mr. Pollo, I think. It's right there on Mission, going towards El Camino Real. But yeah, bro, I got love for Colombia, bro. Look up my banda, bro. It's called Los Bahianatos, like Bay, like Bahia. I was saying, look at my band. It's called Los Bahianatos, and yeah, we're one of the few. It's actually Bahia with a H, Bahia Natos. So Bahia Natos. We're the only vallenato band in the Bay Area, bro. And before that, I used to have a traditional Colombian cumbia band called Calafia Armada. Look that up on YouTube, bro. You could hear my album. I made a 4-song album. It's called Calafia Armada. So Calafia Armada, basically. Yeah, bro, I love Colombia, bro. I'm Mexican and Salvadorian, bro, but I got much love for Colombia, bro. Like I said, Colombians have showed me nothing but love, bro. They opened a lot of doors for me music because me being Mexican, I'm not Colombian. You know what I mean? I'm a Chicano from Oakland, born and raised, and I just fell in love with vallenato music, bro, and cumbia and all that stuff. So it's like it is what it is, bro. Music is like they say, music is the international language. I'm gonna look it up, my boy. Hey, do you know Javier, the dude in the wheelchair, the dude in the documentary? I know that fool. I know that fool. He's Colombian. He's from Medellin. He's a paisa. I know him. He's cool. He came to a couple of my shows actually. But yeah, man. Like I said, I grew up around all that. I grew up around Norteños, bro. And I grew up around all that beef with the Border Brothers and the Sureños, bro. And I never banged per se, bro. I just was affiliated with all the homies because I grew up on East 7th Street and had homies from. My brother was from 36 locals. I knew fools from 38. I was around fool. I knew fools from Mitchell Street. I knew people a little bit of people from Quince. So that was what was around me. You feel me? But at this time and age, bro, I'm 43. I don't give a shit about none of that, bro. All I love doing now is doing music, meeting females, and traveling. That's what I love doing, bro. You feel me? And making videos, Oakland Latinos United videos. You feel me? You know what I mean? I was born and raised in the town. You feel me? I'm a straight up Oakland Chicano, if there ever was one. You feel me? And I love repping my city because, Oakland's the shit, bro. I don't care what anyone says. I love being from Oakland. I love being from the town, bro. Because in Los, there's a called 38. Oh yeah, but out here 38 and 36 are avenues. So it's 36th Avenue and 38th Avenue. There's Bridge Avenue. So basically the 30s, because you're from LA, I'll break it down to you. The 30s, they call it the dirty 30s. They throw it up like this. And then like 36 was like that. 38 used to be like that, like a 3 and an 8. You know what I mean? The Border Brothers, I think they used to throw up two B's or something like that. You know what I mean? That's what I remember. But and then they had Quince. They used to go like this, 1-5. And then Jingletown used to be like that, JT. And East 7th Street was like that. You feel me? I remember all them hoods, bro. The Murder Doves was like that. So you have a neighborhood called the Murder Doves, which is next to the 30s. So that's the 20s basically. So that's like Mitchell Street, 27th Ave, Quince, and 23rd Ave. And a few other little cliques in between. There's also a lot of little black and Asian cliques in that area, and that's how the breakdown of Oakland is. It's like it goes from numbers like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. The Border Brothers used to be more in the 80s and 90s, like up in the deep east side, like 94th Ave, 96th Ave, 81st, 82nd, all those areas up there. From what I remember, you know what I mean, from when I was a youngster, you know. Times were crazy though, man. When I was young, that shit was wild, man. I'm so glad I didn't get caught up in no bullshit when I was young, man. Cause I knew a lot of homies who got caught up, got killed, went to jail, drugs, all that stuff. You know what I mean. But Oakland is smaller than LA, bro. Oakland's not that big, and Oakland is just that's why it's so crazy because it's such. Even though, you might have enemies like in the deep east, say it's not hard for them to drive down East 14th and get your ass in the 30s. You know what I mean? To drive all the way from the 90s to the 30s. Because it's not that big in Oakland. Even Tupac said that it wasn't good having enemies in Oakland because it was easy for fools to find you. So that's why Oakland was so crazy because it's not the biggest town. And it's just a lot of fools just doing drama, man. You feel me? Like the blacks were killing each other like crazy over dope spots. See, we never had Crips and Bloods in Oakland. Oakland, the Crips and Bloods were never able to come to Oakland. At least not the black Crips and Bloods. The blacks in Oakland were always about pimping, about selling drugs, about, having nice cars and flashing their gold grills and stuff like that. That was what the black dudes in Oakland were more about. Like their hoods, like Acorns, like the Murder Doves, like the 6 9 Bill, and etc. It was the Chicanos that were, and the Mexicanos and Raza that were banging the red and blue stuff, the North and Border Brothers and Sur stuff. And they also had a few Asian gangs too, like some Asian Crip gangs I remember when I was young in the Doves and in Funktown. But I'm going way back. That's in the old days. But yeah, Oakland, it's no joke, bro. I'm telling you. It's the kind of place you don't want to have drama, bro, cause it ain't hard for a fool to find you out there. That's why me, bro, I'm a square now. I don't get involved in nobody's drama. I'm Oakland Latinos United. I'm all about Chicano peace, Chicano raza. Even if you're not Chicano, just raza power, bro. I'm all about our people coming up, man, and looking beyond the gang stuff and going to prison and stuff like that. We gotta start buying up our community because that's the gentrification process. That's how they get us, man. in Oakland and San Francisco. You know what I mean? Because we don't own our own properties a lot of times, and they we rent, and the landlords raise the rents, and they evict us out of our houses, and then we have to move all the way out to like the Central Valley or far away. You know what I mean? That's why they got rid of a lot of black people from Oakland because they raise the rents in neighborhoods like in West Oakland, especially in West Oakland. You know what I mean? But even in the deep east. Sorry, man, my camera. They keep pausing my thing. But yeah, hey, I was gonna ask Homeboy, the Colombian goon, because he's from the deep. Do you happen to know a dude named Randy Manjivar? I think he's Guatemalan. He's like a dude who went to college and he's kind of doing good. I haven't seen that fool in hella long. He was hella cool, but he grew up around the BBs. But he was a cool dude, man. I haven't seen that fool in hella long. I wonder if you know him. His name is Randy. Randy Manjivar. But yeah, he was a cool dude, man. If you see that dude, tell him Jose from Oakland Latinos United says what's up to him. He was hella cool. I also knew another dude from the deep. I wonder if Colombian Goon might know him. I tell what you, I'm about to knock out. But there was another dude named Hilario Vaca. Do you know that dude, Colombian Goon? He grew up in the deep, bro. He looked like a white boy. I went to school with that dude when I was young. I always wondered whatever happened to him. I knew him when I was a kid, but I remember he was from the deep too. But yeah, his name was Hilario. He would be my age. He would probably be like in his 40s. But yeah, I always wonder whatever happened to Hilario Vaca out there in Oakland. But yeah, man, who's on here? Drop me a note. Say what's up. ¿Qué ondas? Come. Drop me a note. You know what I mean? Drop me a note. Tell me what's up. Leave me a message. You know what I mean? Say what's up. Like I said, this isn't one of my regularly scheduled live feeds. I just did this one because I bought a tripod today and I wanted to test out the tripod, and I actually like what I see because the video is not shaky like it usually is. Because I normally have to ghetto style the damn camera. I have to hold it. But yeah, I got a tripod now, and that's the only reason I did this live feed because I wanted to do a tripod. Because normally I do my live feeds on Saturdays or Sundays. You know what I mean? But I did it today because I got the tripod, and yeah, I just wanted to test it out and just talk to y'all out there, see who's out there, see who wants to talk to Jose from Oakland Latinos United. Where's all my folks from the Bay? Where's all my folks from LA, from the Central Valley? Who's on here, man? Anybody from the town? Anybody from the Doves, from the Deep, from the West, from the North, from the Rich? You know what I mean? Where my people at? Donde está toda mi raza? You feel me? But yeah, man, what's going on? Where's everybody at? Leave me a message. Say what's up because I don't normally do live feeds on a Tuesday. But like I said, I was just testing out this tripod, and I just want to do a live feed just to test out my tripod, see how it would work. But anybody watched the video today by Gunner's Collective he made about the Border Brothers in Oakland? It was an interesting perspective he did. Yo, what's going on? And Palon for Vogues. What's my brand's name? There's two bands. One's called Calafia Armada and the other one's called Los Guayanatos. What's up with it? Hermano, greetings from Viz Valley, Frisco. Visitation Valley. What's uppers? From Frisco? Oh, yeah, the dude from Merced. Yeah, he's from Merced. He did a video today about the Border Brothers gang in Oakland. It was an interesting video. He talked about, about that gang and a little bit about their history. I don't know too much about the history about them. I just know they were around Oakland deep when I was growing up. And I couldn't associate with them because of where I grew up. You know what I mean? I grew up in the Fruitvale area, so I grew up around hella homies. So it was hard. San Leandro in the casa. The Dro, San Lee. What part of San Leandro? Are you from Davis? Are you from 164th? You feel me? The Dro town. But yeah, man. My sister used to live over there in Davis. Oh, by Bayfair? Okay. Yeah, my sister used to live by Davis, and she used to live right behind that store called Pacific Apparel. You know that store? Right there on East 14th and 163rd, I think. My sister used to live up there, but I know all that shit. San Leandro, the Haystack. You feel me? I know all that stuff, brother. Yeah, man. I know the whole East Bay, bro. I be in Hayward all the time. I like going out there sometimes to Hayward, to A Street, Tennyson, Campo Ramos. You know what I mean? West Side Hayward, South Side Hayward. But yeah, North Side Hayward, the whole thing, bro. I know Hayward. I know San Leandro. You feel me? I remember when I was a little kid, me and my mom used to always go to the Kmart that used to be in San Leandro. I don't know if you remember that. Probably maybe if you're younger. But back in the days, there used to be a Kmart off of Washington, I think. Way back in the days. I was hella little. This was like in the 80s. Way back in the days. I was a little kid back then. But yeah, Bayfair. I remember Bayfair used to be the spot back in the days. I don't know how it is now. I haven't been there in hella years, but Bayfair was cracking. Southland used to be cracking too back in the days. But yeah, we used to go to Bayfair all the time when I was a youngster. All the time, brother. Frisco. Man, San Francisco done changed a lot from when I was young, man. I remember how like the Mission and all that used to be. Well, Visitation Valley, is that up there by Sunnyvale? Like up there, like going towards the Cal Palace? I could be wrong. Whole different ball game. Yes, sir. The swamps. Okay, yeah, I've been up there. That's up there by Oh yeah, the old Geneva Towers. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, I know that area. I know Geneva and Mission too. I know that area real well by the Excelsior. I know the Mission. I know South San. I used to be in South San Francisco all the time because my ex girlfriend used to live there, so I used to hang out with her all the time in South City on Grand, over there on Grand and all those streets over there. I've been to Coma, La Ciudad de los Muertos is what I call it, the city of the dead. Coma, that counts a trip. There's nothing but cemeteries everywhere. But yeah, man. Yeah, I know those areas though, and shopping. Well, ain't Ceremony up there? That's right by yeah, because my ex girlfriend used to live near Ceremony, kind of like the area where she lived was kind of like bordered like Coma and kind of Daly City, but it was still South City though, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? God, I used to have fun with that girl. I kind of miss her a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, but you know how life goes. You know how relationships goes. They have their ups and downs. But yeah, man. Yeah, but I used to kick it out there all the time in South City with her. But the Visitation Valley, shit, I remember the Mission back in the days, bro. That shit used to be many when I was a youngster. 24th, 22nd and Bryant. The 19th Street Shooter Angles, the MS-13s on 20th and Mission, man. That shit used to be crazy. Yeah, LNS. And then there used to be like them fools on Shotwell and Hampshire and all those streets. Yeah, that was the old days, bro. Mission was wild back then. And then they used to have Excelsior Mob, back streets. Yeah, I heard of that. And then there used to be my cousins are 22nd Hogs. I never heard of 22nd Hogs. That must be a new clique. I remember I'm 43, bro. Like I don't really know who's out there these days. I'm old, bro. I just remember the stuff from back in the days. Somebody said MS. But yeah, they used to have MS-13 in San Francisco on 20th and Mission. They were called 20th Street Locals. As far as I know, they were the only MS-13 gang in the Bay Area that I know of. Unless there was another one, but they're the only ones I know of. I remember they got busted. They did some scandalous ass shit. They took advantage of some old lady that had dementia, and they took over like her apartment and were like selling drugs out of there and gang banging out of there. And finally they got busted, bro. Tell me that's not some scandalous stuff though. How you gonna take advantage of an old lady? But 16th and Mission, yeah. And then also didn't some dude from MS killed some like Chicano dude and his two kids or something like that. Some dude, his last name was Bologna. Remember that? Over there like in the Excelsior area or in Daly City, something like that. I remember that. His last name was Bologna. I remember, and he had He had two kids. They were like half black, I think. Yeah, Mike Bologna, exactly. And I remember that was a dude that the dude that killed him was from MS-13. What was Mike Bologna? Was he a Chicano or was he Nicaraguan or was he Italian? What was he? I always wonder. Nicoya, an Italian. Okay, yeah, because Bologna is like an Italian last name, but yeah, I think his wife was black, right? If I remember right. But but yeah, I remember like that happened, and then that dude that yeah, man, that was the homie. Yeah, man, I didn't know him personally, but I remember the story made big news when it happened. You know what I mean? But yeah, I remember when that happened. That the dude was from MS-13. And then I remember when I was growing up, man, all them Hondureños, bro, they used to run the crack game in the Tenderloin, bro. It was all Hondurans, bro. I don't know if they were a gang, but there were hella people from Honduras. And they'd be all in the, yeah, the cacachos. They'd be all in the Tenderloin, bro. And then also remember there used to be like they still slanging fentanyl. And I remember them fools there used to be hella sureños in the Tenderloin when I was young, bro. And they'd be out there slanging dope to the morenos. I remember that. That shit was crazy, bro. People think that San Francisco is a gay city. In San Francisco, people don't know that San Francisco used to be no joke when I was growing up. Like I ain't gonna lie, being from the town, I could tell you that there were some times in San Francisco I was scared for my life, man. Just some crazy stuff went down in front of me, bro, and I was like, oh man. I seen some crazy ass stuff in the Tenderloin. I seen some crazy ass stuff in the Mission, bro. San Francisco was no joke in the old days, man. It's a trip. Yeah, the 90s, it was off the hook. You know what I mean? In the 90s and late 80s, bro, San Francisco, the Mission, San Francisco, Hunters Point, Sunnydale. What was the other neighborhood? The other black neighborhood? Where that fool, Kugna was from. Uh, Lakeview. Oh, yeah, Potrero Hill, too, yeah. Fillmore too, Lakeview. I remember all the neighborhoods were crazy back in the days. But the Mission was wild. I remember the Army Street projects. I remember the Valencia Gardens. You know what I mean? It was wild, bro. Not to say Oakland wasn't wild, but San Francisco, people don't give it its credit, man. Because people think of San Francisco as how it is now. You know what I mean? But even now, San Francisco still got some little rough patches here and there. You feel me? But yeah, people think like San Francisco's straight gay, but it's like, dude, you could lose your life in San Francisco, bro. No, no, no joke. You can. Yeah, Sixth Street. Yeah, Sixth Street. That's the Tenderloin. That should be wild, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, I done seen some crazy stuff in San Francisco, bro. I seen. Like I said, there were times where I went out there and I was scared for my life, bro. Cause it was just wild, bro. But yeah, man, I didn't grow up in the HighFiera. I was already too old. But I remember the HighFiera. To me, the HighFiera is when the Bay Area Chicanos went from being Chicano style to more embracing more of the urban hip hop style, bro. Because when I was growing up in Oakland and even San Francisco, there was still a lot of the Cholo style still around. Even the Norteños still used to wear Ben Davises and khakis. Like I was saying, some fools like in Oakland and San Francisco and the Bay Area, Richmond and those towns, some fools were already starting to dress kind of hip hopish style in the 90s, but a lot of dudes were still into the cholo stuff, bro. Like I remember a lot of fools still wearing bands, still wearing 501s, Nike Cortez, Chuck Taylors, you know, hair slicked back. You know what I mean? I mean, that was the style, bro. I used to wear the derby jackets. I used to have a pair of Dickies, khakis, 501s. And then I remember it changed a little bit. Like in the mid 90s, fools started wearing more like Dockers and like Tommy Hill clothes and stuff like that and Eddie Bauer. It was like it changed up a little bit. But fools were still khaki down though. But by the and then I would say it started kind of changing more in the late '90s is when they started wearing more like FUBU and Rockaware and stuff like that. But when the hyphy stuff came up, that totally changed the game, man. Like the Chicanos in the Bay Area just completely took on that whole look, man. The gold grill and all that stuff. I had never seen nothing like that when I was growing up. And I'm from the town, bro. Like I'm born and raised in Oakland, bro. And I had never seen dudes wearing gold grill, Chicanos wearing gold grill or nothing like that. Now I knew some Chicanos that grew up in black hoods in Oakland. They used to act kind of like black dudes and talk hella gay, like "What's up, black? I'm from the town." You feel me? They talk straight up like that. But even them, bro, you know what I mean? They wasn't wearing gold grill or nothing like that. But with the hyphy thing, it was the gold grill, the long hair, the jabos, like Homeboy said, and the tall tees and the stunner shades and the stupid ass backpacks with SpongeBob SquarePants on them. That and I had never heard about hyphy before 2003, bro. Before 2000, now sideshows are old school though, but someone said in the sideshows, but I'll talk about sideshows in a minute. I had never heard about hyphy at all before 2003, bro. I had never even heard that word that I could remember. You know what I mean? And I'm from the town, bro. I didn't, and then all of a sudden, a lot of youngsters I knew from East 7th Street, which is the hood I'm from, were talking about get hyphy, and they were like wearing like your bowl and the tall tees, and they just had a whole different style, blood. And I was like, hyphy, what is that? And then next thing you know, it's like music's talking about hyphy and Ghost Ride the Whip and all that. But sideshows are old, man. Sideshows go back to the 80s, you know? But sideshows originally was a black thing. You know what I mean? You didn't really see Chicanos at sideshows early on. Maybe you've seen a couple here and there, but sideshows were more of a black thing when I was growing up. You know what I mean? Um, there weren't. I don't remember too many Chicanos doing sideshows, but I do remember some Chicanos that were already like burning donuts and stuff like that. But as far as like sideshows themselves, it was more of a black thing when I was growing up. You know, I still got to see like Chicanos in Oakland and San Francisco were still cruising. You know what I mean? Still had lowriders and still had like cutlasses and Impalas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Some fools had muscle cars too, like Chevelles and Cougars and stuff like that. The blacks too, they were rolling the Chevelles on Vogues, you know, Cougars on Vogues, Falcons. That was their style. But sideshows have been around forever, bro. But when I was growing up, I remember like people like the Chicanos used to cruise on East 14th. They used to hang out at the taco truck by on 29th by the Goodwill, and they would have like the lowrider, like the little lowrider car show kind of there. And I remember the lowrider car show used to come to Oakland, bro, to the Coliseum, and it would get lit on East 14th or International as it's called now. It would be like you're in San Jose, bro. It'd be lit like bumper to bumper all the way down to Fruitvale. You know what I mean? And I remember fools used to cruise on Mission. They used to cruise on Broadway over there in North Beach and San Francisco, or you'd go down to San Jose and cruise on Santa Clara and Alum Rock or King and Story. And but yeah, man. Someone said in 2000 Mac Drake did the first song Hyphy. I don't know about that. All I know is I didn't hear Hyphy, and me being a Bayer, maybe I'm just older. Maybe that's why I didn't hear it. But I didn't hear about Hyphy until about like 2000, maybe 2002, but for sure 2003. There was what that group called the Federation, and then Keek the Sneak made a song. Um, E40 made that song Hyphy, and then Too Short made Blow the Whistle, where he says, "I'm from Oakland, where the youngsters get hyphy." So, but before that, I had never heard anything about Shake Your Dreads or hyphy. If you listen to rap music from the 90s from the Bay Area, it was totally different. I call it mob music. Even the Chicano music from the Bay Area was different in the 90s. Like the Funky Aztecs or MC Man or Black and Brown or Darkroom Familia or them rap groups. They were totally different from everything that came later. You know what I mean? And Too Deep, Baby Bash, even Baby Bash, you know what I mean? He actually made one of the first sideshow songs. That song "Sideways" on 17 Reasons. That was Baby Bash. That song "I Like to Burn Rubber and Pump My Gas" like the sideshow. That was a Baby Bash made that song. That song, man, I used to bump that song back then. JT, yep, from N2 Deep. You know what I mean? There was I think JT. He's part Chicano and part white, so he's mixed. There was him. There was Ronnie Ray, who we know as Baby Bash, but back then he was called Baby Beesh, and he used to be in a rap group called Partner Deuce, and he used to have that song. Yeah, that's my partner though. Yeah, yeah, that's my partner. I don't know if you guys remember that song. Look it up. Look up Partner Deuce. That's my partner. That's Baby Bash. It's one of his first songs. That's like 93, 94. And he had that other song, It's the Funk, Funky Behavior, Nothing Can Save You. That's old school Vallejo rap music. Mr. Key, yup. Yup, Mr. Key. He used to be with Dark Room. He did an album with Boyo Loco from Merced. It was called ITPG, Innocent Till Proven Guilty. That album slapped. He had that song 14 Karat Dream. Yeah, Mr. Key was dope. I remember Mr. Key, Duke and Crooked from Darkroom Familia. But I remember before they were even Darkroom when they were called Temporary Insanity. You know what I mean? That's like 93, 94. I remember that. That album was tight. That album, Bitches Never Learned, that was a dope album that Duke made. I think to this day, that's one of the sickest albums that dude ever made. That Bitches Never Learned. I don't know if you guys ever heard it. You could hear it on YouTube. It's on here. But yeah, that's my generation. I grew up on that. I grew up on mob music. You feel me? I grew up on music of the game. All the hyphy stuff. I was already older when hyphy came out. I was like in my late 20s when all the hyphy stuff was coming out. It was cool. I'm not knocking it for y'all that grew up around it. I mean, I know it changed the game a lot. You know what I mean? Especially with Chicanos, because Chicanos really gravitated to that. Chicanos and Latinos in the Bay Area. But part of me misses the old Chicanos of the Bay, like when it was more Cholo style, when it was more Chicano style. You know what I mean? But that's just how it goes, bro. It's times change and people evolve and styles changes. But I don't forget. You'll still see me rock a pair of khakis. You feel me? Maybe not Dickies, but I'll still rock me a pair of khakis. You feel me? I got a couple of pairs of bands too. I rock once in a while because I'm an OG. I'm from the old school. I keep it old school. I even got an old school derby jacket. If you guys remember those, I'll be wearing this. That's old school Frisco Bay Area shit right there. For those who know, you feel me? But yeah, man, those were the good old days. But yeah, man, that's basically like the hyphy stuff. It just changed the game. You know what I mean? It just changed the game for me because I'm from the old school, and it just it sounded different. It was a completely different style. It was more about shaking your dreads and about going hyphy and going dumb. And Bay Area rap before that was more serious. It was more about the hood, more about growing up, more about selling dope, more about the trials and tribulations of growing up in Oakland or San Francisco or Vallejo. You know what I mean? Like Sally Cell, Mac Mall, Mac Dre. Like we said, the Funky Aztecs, Darkroom Familia. N2 Deep. Seagram, Too Short. Even MC Hammer, MC Pooh. You know what I mean? Totally insane. Yep, totally insane. You know what I mean? Spice One. That's my generation. I grew up on Spice One, Dangerous Dame. I grew up on all that stuff. I even like, you know what? I always tell fools, I even like the old school Chicano rap from Southern California. You know what I mean? Because I don't gangbang, so to me it was whatever. But I like Proper Dos. I like Lighter Shade of Brown. I like Kid Frost, like his early stuff. I used to like the old Thump record stuff. I don't know if you guys remember those, the Lowrider magazine compilations. Some of them were pretty dope, actually. I used to like the Mexicans. Does anybody remember the Mexicans? They were from Long Beach. They were dope. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tupac represented Oakland for a bit, but Tupac was from everywhere, bro. That fool was from Marin City, from Baltimore, from New York. Yep, the Mexicans. The Mexicans were dope, bro. Them one fools that did that song, What was the name of that song? Tres Delincuentes. That was a pretty dope song. You know what I mean? But you know me, I always supported Raza, bro, because I'm a Chicano. You know what I mean? I'm always, it's always gonna be about Raza, bro. You know, I got love for my black brothers and sisters, bro. It's all love, because I'm from the town. I grew up in a black city, but I'm always about my Raza, bro. You feel me? Hell yeah, I grew up on Sir Dino, for sure. Um, I've known about Sir Dino since like 1994, brother. But you know, I'm always gonna be about my raza. You feel me? Oh yeah, Mellow Man Ace, he's dope. Yeah, I remember him. Mentirosa ain't got nobody. Yeah, that's old school. But you know, I'm always gonna be about the empowerment of our raza, the betterment of our community, bro. That's why I can't be on no Norte Sur or Border Brother stuff, bro. You feel me? I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it neutral, bro. You know, I grew up. Yeah, I grew up around Norteños when I was young, bro, because that was the hood I was in. I had no choice of where I was at, and that was my association, and I was affiliated with Norteños, but I didn't bang. I never really did bang. I just had a bunch of homies who were from Norte, from Norte. But you know, I seen the lifestyle that they were living. They were going to jail. They were getting shot. They were getting beat down every time. They couldn't even go anywhere with other fools wanting to start shit with them or police fucking with them. And I didn't really want that for myself. So I backed away, man. I became a square. I said, you know what? I can't fuck with y'all. You feel me? Yeah, Cypress Hill was dope. Yeah, Latin Lingo was a dope song. Uh, How I Could Just Kill a Man was dope. Pigs, remember that song Pigs? That was a dope song too. Yeah, Cypress Hill. You know, when I first heard Cypress Hill, I didn't know what to make of them. I thought they were from the East Coast at first because they had this weird sound that didn't sound West Coast. And then their video, How I Could Just Kill a Man, was filmed in New York. So I was like, are these fools from New York? But I guess they're from LA. But yeah, I think they're Cuban. I think Be Real is half Mexican and Cuban, I believe. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know, I'm an OG from the Bay. I'm old school Bay Area. You feel me? I'm from the 80s and 90s generation. That's my generation. But yeah, I mean, like, Oakland Latinos United, this whole platform is old, bro. It's not a new platform at all. I've been doing this channel since 2007, bro. I was one of the first Chicanos on YouTube, bro. Before any of these dudes that are out here now, bro, were doing it. I was one of the first doing it. And I did it because I wanted to talk about the Latino or Raza communities in the Bay Area, specifically Oakland, but in the Bay Area, because I feel that the Raza in Oakland is usually ignored, bro. We don't get the love. You feel me? We're usually, they either talk about the blacks more or they talk about the Asians more, but they never talk about Raza in the Bay Area. And when they do talk about Raza, and no offense to people from LA, because I got much love for my homies in LA, usually when they talk about Raza or the Chicanos, they only talk about LA, bro. They don't talk about the Bay or the Central Valley, bro. And I made this, and it's not to be on no Norte and Sur stuff, bro. I made it as a platform to show about my raza and my community in Oakland and in the Bay Area, which is where I'm from. You feel me? I'm from the Bay, so I'm gonna show you the Chicano experience, the Oakland Bay Area way. You feel me? The Bay Area style form of the Chicano culture. You feel me? Because it is a real thing. There is a Bay Area Chicano Latino culture, and that's real, bro. People don't think of it that way, though. You feel me? Yeah, for sure. Says hell yeah, yeah, man. It's like people don't look at it that way. It's like there is a Chicano Bay Area culture, and we got roots here, bro. We've been here a long time. You feel me? That's why I've made videos over the years breaking down the history of raza in the Bay Area. I just did a video about the history of the Pachucos and the Zoo Suiters in the Bay Area, which is almost never talked about. But yet, all the Zoot Suit riots and all that stuff happened in Oakland and San Francisco and in San Jose as well, bro. But yet, nobody talks about that stuff. Even in Richmond, there were Zoot Suit incidents. You feel me? So, you know, our people been here for a long time. You know, it's not just black or white or China or Asian, bro. And no disrespect to blacks or whites or Asians, but we gotta take a stand and we gotta talk about our own things too. You feel me? Like the Chicano saying goes, we gotta show clecha of our own community. You feel me? In the Bay. And it's up to us to tell our own stories because we can't let other people tell our stories. You feel me? Like I can only tell you as a Chicano growing up in Oakland what it was like being a Chicano growing up in Oakland. You feel me? A black dude could never tell that story. Or a white dude could never tell that story. Only I can because I lived it. You feel me? And not even Oakland, just growing up in the Bay Area in general, because I grew up all around the Bay Area. Like I said, I lived in Richmond, I lived in Vallejo, I lived in Sacramento for a quick minute. So I've been around. You feel me? But it's always gonna be town business on mine. I'm always gonna be from the town, East Oakland. Like what? You feel me? Hey, what about who remembers Three Times Crazy? Keek the Sneak. Now that fool was dope. I like that fool. I known about him since way back. The Keep It on the Real days. Even before that, when they were Three Times Crazy with Adrian Man and Bart. That's way back in the days. If y'all remember that, that's the old school. But yeah, man, who's up on here? I'm probably gonna get off in a minute. Yeah, BA. Whatever happened to that dude? I always wonder what happened to that homie. I remember him and Adrian Man. I think Adrian Man became a Christian rapper, I heard, or something like that. You feel me? Remember the Conscious Daughters? Who remembers AMW? There was a rap group in Oakland called AMW, America's Most Wanted. I remember them. Or who remembers MC Pooh? Fucking with Dank, fucking with Dank, fucking with Dank. You feel me? I heard paperwork. So what? He was snitching on people. But what was the other one? What about RVL Posse? Homie from Frisco, remember them? That don't give me no Bama weed. We don't smoke that shit in the SLC. Man, that takes me way back. Or that one song. Oh, they had a lot of songs back in the days, man. The Gov. I heard about the Gov. I don't remember him that well, but I do remember him. I remember there was another Richie Rich. Obviously, there was also another dude. Uh, ¿Cómo se llama? God, there was a lot of them, bro. Oh, Ascari X, the Delinquents. What about the Delinquents? Who remembers the Delinquents? That was an old school rap group from the Deep East, from Deep East Oakland. That I grew up on them. Yeah, man. But yeah, RBL Posse, JT, the bigger figure, game recognized game in the Bay, man. I grew up on all that stuff, bro. That's the old school. Yeah, man. Old days, man. I miss those times, bro. That was the old days. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember those times, but that's when I grew up, bro. It was wild back then, bro. It was wild. It was different for sure. You feel me? Yeah, Kicking and Dual Committee, AWOL Records. Yeah, I remember them. That was back in the days. I think they started out with Sibo. I think they did a song with Sibo. It was the first song they ever did with Sibo from Sacramento. Yeah, you grew up listening to all them. Yeah, me too. I grew up on all that stuff, bro. Harvey, yeah. Oh, what about Cougnut? Cougnut was tight. INP. Oh, Selsky. I remember Selsky. That dude was from San Francisco too. The old school. And I remember Mac Dre before he was all thizzed out when he was a Romper Room clique. You feel me? Oh, Sin, yeah, from Richmond. I remember Sin. There was also another Chicano rapper from Oakland named MC Man. I don't know if anybody remembers him. He did songs with Adrian Man and Richie Rich and Drew Down. What about Drew Down? Drew Down was the shit. Pimp of the year. Hey, pimp on. You gotta hold the ladies. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's old school town shit right there. You feel me? Yeah, I grew up on some Drew Down. Yeah, me too. I slept with from time to time. Oh yeah, Action Pack Gangsters. They were tight too. They were from North Oakland, from Apgar, from APG. I remember them fools. There was Dangerous Game too. Does anybody remember Dangerous Game? He's the one that did I Call Your Name and that song Old Town. That's old school. That's like 89, 90. Yeah, man. Oh, I remember an old school rapper from Frisco named Huey MC. Does anybody remember him? That's hella old school. Huey MC. Huey MC. That's old school. Yeah, man. That's back in the days. I think Huey MC was Black Dynasty. Hell yeah. Yeah, that Deep East Oakland song. I'm from the deep, the place we call the Killing Fields. I think he got killed. I think one of them got killed. Um, what about Seagram? Seagram was the shit from the 6 9 Bill. Seagram Miller, he got killed too. He had some dope songs like that song. Through the east side, right, right. That was man, that took me way back. He did that song old school too. But yeah, man, you gotta take me back with all the old school Bay Area rap. But yeah, man, like I was saying, the hyphy stuff that was later on in life. I was too old. I was older already when that came out, so I was. It was cool, like I said, but I wasn't feeling it as much. You feel me? There were some hyphy songs here and there that came out, but yeah, man. Yeah, but the Bay Area in the old days was a different trip, man. It's crazy how so much stuff has changed now, bro. How expensive everything got. How many white people there are in Oakland? That's even surprising to me because when I was growing up, there were hardly any white people in Oakland, except if you went like to Piedmont or the Oakland Hills or like Montclair Village or up that way. But like in the flatlands in West Oakland, you've never seen white people in Oakland, bro. If you did, you'd see one here and there. But now them motherfuckers are everywhere, bro. That's a trip to me. Me being from a town native, that's a trip to me. And I realize people are gonna say, "Oh, well, Oakland used to be all white." That's true. Oakland used to be mostly a white city back in the 50s, 60s, 40s. But at least in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was all black and Rasa and Asians when I was growing up. You know what I mean? More black when I was younger, but there was a lot of Rasa and Chicanos too, and a lot of Asians too. A lot of Vietnamese and Cambodians, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Chicanos, a lot of Native Americans, a lot of Chicanos from like Texas and New Mexico too, and Durango, Mexico. You feel me? But it's a trip to see white people in Oakland, bro, because we never used to see them hardly, bro. Only like when we would go to Alameda or to San Leandro. You feel me? But you didn't really see any in the flatlands that much back in the days. Everybody I knew growing up was either black or Rasa or Asian, bro. Basically, few Samoans here and there, Tongans, but yeah, man, it's a trip what the gentrification did. It's just like the Mission too. Before the gentrification of the Mission district, it was all Rasa and stuff. Oh yeah, Westside Berkeley. Yeah, I remember when Westside Berkeley was all Rasa, bro. It was all Rasa and blacks. It was South Berkeley, like the area that bordered North Oakland, was all black. You know what I mean? And Westside Berkeley was all Rasa and there was blacks too. You know what I mean? I remember that, bro. There's still a really good Mexican restaurant in Westside Berkeley called Gallegos. I think it's on Alston and East 14th. Oh man, they sell some bomb ass burritos there, bro. I ate a wet burrito there the other day. Man, that was good. Check it out. It's right there across the street from the Jack in the Box on San Pablo. It's on San Pablo and I think Alston, I think. It's called Gallegos Mexican Restaurant. It's hella good. Hella good. Right there in the west side. Right down the street from Mi Tierra Foods. You know what I mean? I remember we used to go sometimes too to the Everett and Jones right there on San Pablo and University, the barbecue spot. I ate there a few times too. You feel me? Yeah, Everett and Jones. Hey, but try that place, Gallegos. It's down the street. Like if you pass, you know where Mi Tierra Foods is? If you pass Mi Tierra Foods, it's on the next block. It's called Gallegos, bro. And it's a little Mexican restaurant right there. It looks like a little house, kind of. There's another place, too, on Ninth Street that's pretty good. It's called Juan's Place. You ever been there? It's in Westside Berkeley. And there used to be a barbecue place. I think they moved it. It might still be there. It was a black barbecue place called Casey Style Barbecue. That place used to be hella good, too. Look at me talking about food. No wonder I'm hella fucking fat. But yeah, I remember all those spots, bro. But yeah, that Gallegos place is good. Everett and Jones is pretty good too. But KC Barbecue is good too. But I think they moved. I think they're on. They used to be on Universal. No, on San Pablo. Then going down towards kind of like by Ashby. But they're on. They're on like by Gilman in San Pablo in that area. Trust me, bro. I know the Bay Area. As you can see, I know hella barrios and hella hoods in the Bay Area. You feel me? I'm not. I don't just know Oakland. I know a lot of places. You'd be surprised, bro. I know Hayward. I know Berkeley. I know Richmond. I know El Cerrito. I know Concord. I know Antioch, Pittsburgh. I know Frisco. I know, bro. I know San Jose. I've been to San Jose hella times. I know San Leandro too. San Leandro, the only place in San Leandro is Los Pericos. That's the place that's famous out there. And in Hayward, it's Senaidas and that other spot. It's called Metro Taqueria. That's like their popular spots out there in Hayward. But yeah, man. But yeah, I'm about to get off this. Like I said, this wasn't an official live feed. I I did it because I was testing out my new tripod. I bought a tripod today, and I wanted to see how it worked out because La Placita in Hayward is good. I'll try it out next time I'm in Hayward. We're part of Hayward Extend. But I've been to Planes de Rendero in Hayward. It's a Salvadorian place because I'm half Salvadorian. You know what place I used to like in Hayward? It's not there no more. Called Rancho. It was like an American restaurant, bro. Like a bar and a restaurant. They used to sell good ass food there. I was sad when they closed it, bro. I used to go there all the time. And there was another place called Emil Villas too, near there, like down the street from there. But it's off Tennyson and Tampa. Okay, I'll check it out next time I'm in the haystack. But I've been to that place on Tennyson. What's it called? Carl's Burger, I think. Is it called Carl's Burgers? That burger place is famous on Tennyson. I've been there before. What's it called? Is it called Carl's or Charlie's Burger or something like? I can't remember the name. Cecil Burger, something like that. With a C, if I remember right. It's right there on Tennyson. It's like a famous burger place that everybody talks about in Hayward. My favorite burger place in Hayward is the Quarter Pound Giant Burger, the OG one over there by the Hayward Plunge. Because we used to have those in Oakland back in the days, but there's only a few left, and they're not as good. The one in Hayward is hella good. I go to it sometimes when I'm out there. Because I got family that lives out there by Hayward, Union City area. So I go out there. I go out there a lot, actually. But yeah, man. They had them in Richmond, too. Oh, yeah, yeah. They did have a quarter pound giant burger. I think on Rum Reel, I think, if I remember right. Because I remember going there back in the days. Yeah. Quarter pound used to be the shit, bro. That was like the spot. Like, that was a spot to go after getting out of the club late night and go in there to get a burger, bro, with a girl, with a female or something, bro. It was cool. You know what I mean? Back in the days, like way back in the days when I was hella little, I remember all the lowriders used to hang out at the quarter pound giant burger right there on 36th and East 14th in East Oakland, bro. They even showed it in the documentary Children of Violence. Like I remember that kinda. I was hella little though. But yeah, man. The quarter pounds used to be the shit in the Bay Area back in the days if you're from the old school. If you're like me from my generation, or even older, you know what I mean? The older heads remember that place even more than me. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna get off this. Like this wasn't an official live feed. The only reason I did it was because I bought a tripod today and I wanted to test it out. And then when people started getting on, I love conversating with y'all. Yeah, 37th and East 14th Giant Burger. Yep. I love conversating with y'all. That's why I did this live feed. But originally, my intention wasn't to do a live feed today. What's up, Javier Raza, or Javier? I can't really read what he said, but what's up, homie? Um, but I'm about to get off this. Like I said, I was just testing out my tripod because I bought a tripod today. I want to see how it worked, and it looks like it worked fine. The videos aren't shaky like they used to be, and I actually wasn't even gonna stay on that long. I've been on it for an hour already, so I ended up just talking to you guys. I love talking, bro. I'm a talker. You know what I mean? I love talking to my audience. And I love that you guys support my channel and support my stuff, bro. It's all love, bro. You feel me? So check it, like, once again, like I always leave it out like this. Like my Instagram page, Oakland Latinos United. Like my Facebook, Oakland Latinos United. Check out my music, Calafia Armada, and my band Los Guayanatos, if you want to see my music. And yeah, man, I do Latin music. I do music from Colombia, like I was telling the Colombian homie. I love cumbia and vallenato. That's my shit. But I love hip hop too, but I can't rap for nothing. But I love Latin music as well because I'm a Latino and I got much love for mi gente. But I'm about to get off, man. Peace. Peace to the homies from Berkeley. Peace to all the homies from Hayward, from LA, from Frisco, from the town, from the valley, from Sac, from wherever you may be, bro. One love. Keep supporting Oakland Latinos United. Like my videos. Share them. Subscribe. One love to the homie from Fresno, too, who was on here earlier. Peace.